streaming app. We are not ready for this right now, are we?
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
You're a mess. Hi, everybody. This is what we do before we go on air on Daybreak.
Good morning. How are you? Bills are on fire right now.
Okay, so we won't talk about it.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the Bills, shall we? Yes, they are on fire.
That
as you
was
just said.
so much fun to watch last night.
It was. I mean, 48-42. Come on, they beat the best team in the NFL. And so now everyone is talking, are the Bills the best team in the NFL since they beat the AFC leaders, the Chiefs, they beat the NFC leaders, the Lions. Lions went for it a lot last night. 4th down 3 times, and they converted all of them. They also went for that onside kick early in the 4th, but the Bills recovered it. And so, yeah, I mean, letting up 42 points isn't great.
Well,
the
yeah,
defense,
I mean, we
but
can
at least the offense was keeping up.
Right, you can nitpick. I mean, there's everything to like about this game. I think the one thing that is just like, okay, they had, 14 points or 12 points or 15 points, I should say, up until 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Right.
And they took that score and then took it to in the mid-40s.
Right.
So now, granted, it's very possible that the Bills' defense kind of stepped off the gas a bit, kind of.
You're so negative Ned right now.
Did you hear what I said before? There was everything to like about the game.
Right.
But you brought up a little bit of a concern, and I think is that the defense kind of, relaxed a bit.
Yeah.
But no,
it was Josh Allen making these unbelievable plays
right.
where he, with any other quarterback, they would be sacked. But Josh Allen makes miraculous throws out of the pocket. I mean, he's just ridiculous. And he's got 10 touchdowns in 2 games.
Well, did you hear Romo said, you can't let the bear get out of the cage? Meaning, the minute he gets out of the pocket and then usually rolls right.
Yeah.
And
then throwing left.
Something magical is about to happen. It happens almost every time. Most teams are like, oh gosh, he's rolling right. He's either going to go out of bounds, he's going to get sacked, or an intercept. Instead, he gets out of the pocket, and it's magic.
Now, I know the Bills, obviously want the 1 seed in the AFC, but don't you also just kind of want to bubble wrap Josh Allen for these last 3 games? They're playing the Patriots, the Jets, and the Patriots. I mean, I shouldn't say that these are absolute, games that we're going to win, but I just feel like we don't need to play Josh Allen.
You're playing against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Depends. I know it's not having the best year, but he is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the quarterback, May, with the Patriots, is an up-and-comer. Yes, I wonder, though, what's the psyche, what's the mindset of a team on a roll like this? Yeah. And then you have these 3 lighter games leading up to January. How do you keep that fire? It's like you don't want them to peak now.
Right.
And then tail off. You got to keep that high ceiling.
Here's what they had to say in the locker room last night. Some good emotions there.
It's tough to win in the NFL, man. Tough to win in the NFL. But I'm going to tell you what, this group is resilient as heck, man. Didn't practice, right? Had 1 practice this week. 1 practice. No. In fact, we may practice. Hey, we may practice 2-a-days this week. 2-a-days, right? Yeah. Hey, guys out coming into the game.
Okay, so yeah, they didn't really practice much, but they really showed up.
To hear the players' reaction to 2-a-days,
right?
Like no, because as a football player, that's a lot. It's a lot.
And do we really need that going into Patriots?
When he said
Patriots?
We didn't have a lot of practice, and everybody was like, "Yay!"
Kind of like the show.
It was
no
practice. Right.
Kind of wing it. Hey, should we talk about the forecast and the ice boom going in today or this week at some point?
In the Hammer family, it's kind of a national holiday.
The ice boom day?
We celebrate the ice because it's unique to us.
Yeah. You're a Western New Yorker if.
When you celebrate the ice boom.
Or you even know what an ice boom is.
Right. The reason I think I react this way is that when I came to Buffalo on my interview, it was actually in May. And it was after a very, very cold winter, and they were removing the ice boom. I know in May.
That's when we celebrate.
Right. So I remember watching television in my hotel room going, what in the world, what is this? And to now know what it is, it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of uniquely.
So a lot of people wondering, is the lake even going to freeze over? Is ice going to be an issue this year?
It's hard to say. It's certainly not going to be between now and the new year, okay?
Right.
The lake's at 39 degrees. It's obviously got to get to 32. It takes a lot of, energy to cool the lake to that level. But January right now, after kind of a little warm stretch, Christmas to New Year's, I think this is going to happen. That'll keep the lake liquid.
Okay.
January, it's likely going to get really cold. So there is a chance.
Okay, but not with 48 degrees.
No,
Let me get out of the way, you do this.
Yeah, okay. Saturday morning, it was in the single digits across much of Western New York. Now we're back into the 40s. In fact, close to 50 degrees overnight tonight as rain rolls in. I think the rain starts here 4:30, 5:30 this evening, or this late afternoon and evening, and then it takes us into the overnight. Tomorrow morning, we're in the low 40s. Most of the rain should be out of here. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, temperatures slide a little bit, and then into tomorrow night as well. Our next chance of precipitation will come Wednesday in the form of some rain and snow. So where's the rain? There it is. Moving through Cincinnati right now, kind of heading in our direction, and it will be here again right around sunset or just after that. Future Look kind of confirms that with dry weather, temperatures continuing to rise. Notice we're well into the 40s. There's the rain overnight tonight into tomorrow. There's the rain late tonight. And then notice how temperatures begin to kind of tail off during the day tomorrow with some kind of nuisance rain and snow showers across the hills. It's going to be rather breezy to windy with winds upwards of 35 to 40 miles an hour, especially late tonight into tomorrow morning, and then the wind should begin to back off. Here comes the next system that brings us a mix of rain and snow on Wednesday, and then sharply colder as we head after that. 45, mostly cloudy, windy with some rain tonight. Long range forecast. Thursday, cooler. Friday, too. Better chances of light snow pretty much area wide Friday and potentially into Saturday. Sunday looks kind of chilly. Take a look. Temperatures for highs on Sunday may struggle to get out of the teens, Melissa. So the Bills game could be quite a cold one. And I look back to the last couple of games against the Patriots here at home have been cold. You had the perfect game. Remember that 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Which was very cold. And then the game against the Patriots the year before was that hurricane game.
Right.
Monday Night Football, and the wind was like 40 to 55 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I remember Josh Allen threw a pass and it went like straight down. So we have a history of playing cold weather games with the Patriots.
Okay, well, Bills Mafia will be warm in other ways.
Absolutely.
And hey, Bills Mafia will also be really excited about this. Today, the weather looks perfect for the unveiling of the championship banner. At 5 p.m. today, the Bills, alongside acting Mayor Chris Scanlon, will be unveiling their division championship banner right on top of, in front of City Hall right there. So they're prepping it right now. This is a live view from our Rand building cam right now as they're getting ready to unfurl the banner. And hopefully there will be a different banner to unfurl one day.
Well, do you remember last year they did this and they had like all of them across the front of City Hall, like all the last 4 division championships, which was really cool.
Okay. All right, also happening today, this is really cool. A family from Buffalo is going to be on the Jennifer Hudson show later today.
What did you call this story? The story that made you feel warm and fuzzy.
Warm and fuzzy story. Yes, we love those, don't we? A couple hours from now at 11:30 this morning, Megan and Alexandra Izzo will be opening up about their journey to adopt their 3 beautiful children. They've been fostering them for the past 5 years. Actually, the youngest there on the left was only 15 weeks old when she joined this family here. So they're 3 siblings, and the moms wanted to keep them all together. And in October, the adoption was finalized, and the video of the kids celebrating the adoption went viral. Take a look. Celebrating that their adoption day is going to be October 23rd. And so, yeah, they had that adoption. Now, Jay Hud is going to give them a little surprise for Christmas. And so you can tune into the Jennifer Hudson Show at 11:30 this morning to see how she's making their family holiday dreams come true. But these three sweethearts, they were talking about how they didn't have a home together and they didn't have a bed to sleep in. And now they are super excited because they have the same last name as their moms. And so that's very sweet.
And the youngest is a football player.
Yes.
She's now transitioned to gymnastics.
And cheerleading.
But her sport was football.
Yeah, they get to do all these things together, and it's very sweet. And so they will have a really nice Christmas surprise thanks to Jay Hud. And it's great to see Buffalo families on the show. And just a couple weeks ago, also, there was the pilot surgeon who rescues puppies, Dr. Rambaran. Yeah. And he was on the Jay Hud show, too. So.
Okay, is that what we call her?
Jay Hud.
Jay Hud, okay. I'll catch
yes, that's what we call her.
T Swift, got it.
Yes.
Okay.
P-Ham.
I've been called many other things that we just can't repeat.
Okay, also news since Daybreak. This just came into the newsroom. We've learned that TSA is going to be holding a news conference at the Buffalo airport later this week to talk about the busy holiday travel time for Christmas and New Year's. So they're going to give some insight on how the airport's preparing and also give you some tips on how to pack your carry-on, just in case you didn't know. So that news conference is happening at the airport on Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning.
You remember last year, I think I told you that my son just has a knack for packing contraband, but it's not. It was like a bath bomb and liquid water, and he gets screened
He's
every time.
He's the smartest kid in the world.
And he's still, that's where he fails us every time.
To common sense.
Right.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Okay, so.
You today.
I'm sorry.
Next.
We've had a lot of. We chatted earlier this morning about what do we do this weekend.
Right.
Our weekends are very different.
They are, because you have this little cherub of a child who's just a perfect son, a prodigy, and
okay.
Well, there's the hammers.
Right. He's got his good moments, his sweet moments. He's 10 years old. Take a look. We still visited with Santa. And put his letter to Santa in the mailbox. Kelly's Country Store, the most amazing place to go see Santa. That's up on Grand Island, by the way. So yeah, Elliot still believes, I feel like this is gonna be the last year maybe, but we're just soaking it in and loving it. And then we baked cookies. Recipe from Stacy Rice, who used to be our producer here at Channel 2, and she makes the most amazing cookies. So Elliot and I did cutouts. Oh, Patrick, I have one for you. Would you like to try? They don't look good at all, but they taste good. So yeah, we had a nice festive.
It's a snowflake. Oh, guess what? I spilled.
This is so
Doesn't sound. Well, who gives a cookie in a bowl?
Okay.
Moving on.
So we did all these festive things.
This is what we do.
You gotta take a look. This is Patrick's. Patrick, what did you do this weekend?
So we tried to decorate our tree, or at least to get it standing upright. But here's what was really funny. Is so I come down in the morning.
That's a tree on its side.
The tree on the left tipped over in the morning. There is my wife's pink tree, because that's kind of course. And then I'm watching the news on NBC on Sunday morning with Willie Geist. He's doing a story about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm like, well, I got one too. The tree on the left leaning, and then there was the story about the famous building in Italy.
Even the pink one is a little
askew.
Yeah, we talked about how your tree,